Hello, you are watching Cần Thơ News and now today's slide. A delegation of international organizations worked at Cần Thơ University on a cooperation in environmental protection research and building sustainable brands for Vietnamese seafood. The workshop's content was organized by the Mekong Delta Tourism Association in coordination with Công lý newspaper, which took place on the morning of September 20th in Cần Thơ City. A ceremony to launch a month of action for the elderly in 2024 with the theme joining hands to protect, care for, and promote the role of the elderly. Top news. On the morning of September 20th, a delegation of international organizations worked at Cần Thơ University on cooperation in environmental protection research and building sustainable brands for Vietnamese seafood. Attending were representatives of the Korea International Cooperation Agency in Vietnam, the Korean Children's Fund, and Action Aid International in Vietnam. These are the sponsors and partners in implementing projects of strengthening capacity for renewable energy conversion and waste management for sustainable environment in the Mekong Delta, which will be implemented for 3 years from 2024 to 2026, with a budget of more than 1.3 million USD. The project aims to support the community, especially women and youth in Bạc Liêu and Sóc Trăng, to manage solid waste better from aquaculture towards building a low-emission Vietnamese shrimp brand. Cần Thơ University is an academic partner in this project, responsible for researching the current situation and solutions for waste management in livestock and aquaculture in the Mekong Delta. At the meeting, the sponsors appreciated Cần Thơ University's participation from a scientific perspective in the project. At the same time, they expressed their hope that through listening to the sharing, proposals and solutions of scientists, the parties will provide necessary support, contributing to the elderly and effective implementation of the project, especially in 2024. Many issues related to human resources development and law enforcement on tourism in the Mekong Delta were evaluated and discussed. The workshop's content was organized by the Mekong Delta Tourism Association in coordination with Công lý newspaper, which took place on the morning of September 20th in Cần Thơ City. The standing vice chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, Hiện, attended the workshop.
The workshop aimed to collect opinions from scientists, management agencies, experts, and tourism business organizations in the Mekong Delta on the current situation of human resources and law enforcement in the tourism sector objectively and comprehensively. Thereby, it proposed tasks and solutions for developing human resources for the smokeless industry, as well as disseminating and updating legal knowledge on tourism, ensuring effective, sustainable, and regulated tourism development. At the workshop, there were 7 presentations revolving around the 2 contents mentioned above. Accordingly, the majority agreed that human resources and law enforcement on tourism in the provinces and cities of the Mekong Delta are still weak and lacking. Specifically, according to statistics, the Mekong Delta currently has about 150,000 workers working in the tourism industry, of which the proportion of untrained workers accounts for over 50%, while workers with university and postgraduate degrees account for only 8%. Therefore, developing human resources and enforcing tourism laws must be regularly updated and improved. The Mekong Delta has many strengths and potential to develop unique tourism products. However, the development of tourism in the region is considered to be inadequate. In particular, human resources and law enforcement are 2 of the barriers that need to be addressed in the coming time.
On the afternoon of September 19, Mr. Nguyễn Trung Nhân, chairman of the Vietnam Front Committee of Cần Thơ City, chaired a conference to provide social feedback on the draft decision of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, attending were leaders of relevant departments and branches and representatives of the advisory councils of Vietnam Front Committee of Cần Thơ City. Conference to review the draft decision of the People's Committee of Cần Thơ City on promulgating the regulations of protected areas, areas where crowds are prohibited, and areas where recording and farming are prohibited. Draft decision to amend and supplement some articles of the regulations on urban architecture management of Cần Thơ City issued together with decision number 16 dated July 19, 2023. Of the People's Committee of Cần Thơ City, adjusting and amending and supplementing the area of Ô Môn District in Cờ Đỏ Town, regulations on architectural management of Ô Môn District in Cờ Đỏ Town, assigning the authority of the People's Committees at the district level to organize the planning of urban architecture management, and etc. Most delegates agree with the necessity, constitutionality, legitimity, and the form of promulgation of the decisions, and at the same time gave additional comments on the layout, title, and appropriate and clear words. It's recommended to specify more prohibited and restricted areas, consider adding prohibited areas in cyberspace, as well as stipulate that competent authorities advise and decide on protected areas. Areas where large gatherings are prohibited, recording, filming, and taking photos are prohibited, as well as ensuring that architecture and urban management are consistent with the city's general planning. Inspection Team number 11 of Cần Thơ Steering Committee on Anti-Corruption and Negativity, led by Comrade Lê Tấn Thủ, head of the Organizing Committee of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, had a session to supervise and work on leadership and direction in performance of public duties, compliance with discipline and administrative discipline in Nước District.
According to the report from January 2023 to June 30, 2024, the direction and administration of the People's Committee of Nước District have many innovations and strong reforms, especially in leadership and direction in the performance of public duties, compliance with discipline and administrative discipline. The delegation inspected public duties and suddenly inspected 1 district unit and 4 ward units on administrative reform work. Thereby, the majority of agencies and units always comply with discipline and administrative discipline. The team of civil servant and public employee strictly implement the code of conduct and the performance of public duties, comply with working hours according to the regulations and rules of agency and unit, practice thrift and combat waste. The reception and settlement of administrative procedures achieved many positive results, with more than 29,300 records received, of which 24,129 records were received online and 5,173 records were received directly. The number of records resolved on time and before the deadline was more than 29,000, and 238 records within the deadline. 9,394 records were received and resolved on the National Public Service Portal. 19,845 records were digitized, reaching nearly 68%.
On the morning of September 28, at the hall of Cần Thơ City Employment Service Center, the Department of Labor, Work Investment and Social Affairs of Cần Thơ City solemnly held a ceremony to launch the month of action for the elderly in 2024, with the theme joining hands to protect, care for, and promote the role of the elderly.
Launching the month of action for the elderly in 2024, Ms. Trần Thị Xuân Mai, Director of the Department of Labor, Work, Invalids and Social Affairs of Cần Thơ City, requested city's departments, branches, and representative board of the city's Association of the Elderly to continue to thoroughly grasp and effectively implement the party's galas and policies, the state laws and policies, plans and programs on protecting, caring for, and promoting the role of the elderly, step up communication work, widely spread the messages and themes of the month of action for the elderly to raise awareness, responsibility, and actions of the party committees at all levels, authorities, each citizen, and the whole society. On this occasion, the Department of Labor, Work, Invalids, and Social Affairs of Cần Thơ City presented 40 gifts to the elderly in difficult circumstances. Each gift worth 700,000 Vietnamese dong from the Department of Labor, Work, Invalids, and Social Affairs of the city.
To implement protocol on requirements for inspection, brand quarantine, and food safety for frozen during exports from Vietnam to China, on September 19, the Plant Protection Department, Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development held an online conference to disseminate regulations on exporting frozen durian to the Chinese market. According to Mr. Huỳnh Tấn Đạt, Director of the Plant Protection Department, the site decree has great significance for the Vietnamese durian industry. With the currently signed protocol combined with current capacity in Chinese market demand, it's forecasted that Vietnam's frozen durian export turnover in 2024 could reach 300 million USD if the business registration is completed early to start exporting. Therefore, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development of provinces and cities need to propagate, train, support businesses associations to raise awareness among people as well as meet China's regulations of frozen durian. And now a quick check on weather condition. Thank you very much for your attention. Please visit us on website kênh TV.vn. Bye for now.